The Evergreen Media Network Studio, powered by Scott Tree Services.
From Studio A in sunny Florida, welcome to Beauty and the Beach Radio, where it's all about who's beautifying Vero Beach. Today's show is brought to you by Dale Sorensen Real Estate. And here's your host and glamour girl, makeup artist, Cindy Goetz.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. We hope you're having an amazing summer. It is hot out there. Hopefully you're hitting the beach, you're hitting the pool. And you guys, I just had my nephew visit for a week, okay? And every day we were either at the pool or the beach. And I realized I do need to work a little bit more on my summer body, my bikini jam. And I thought, who do I know that can help our listeners get into either bikini body mode or just summer fun mode? And she is the expert. And Cindy, can we bring up that one photo of her in her bikini? Because I'm telling you, like, that is my inspo right there. So, there she is.
Oh,
Holy sugars. Like, I'm not sure that I will ever look like that in my entire life, but she's going to help us possibly get there or close. And guys out there, we're going to make sure that you're, you can wear the bikini too, the briefs, but we'll get you all ready for that summer body. So please welcome back one of my favorite friends, owner with her husband, Steve, owner and operator of Lift Vero Fitness right here in Vero Beach. Please welcome Bonnie Pfiester.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, oh my gosh. So much fun with my nephew, going to the beach, going to the pool. But I realized, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to need to work a little bit on some strength training. It was so funny, Bonnie. We were in the ocean tossing ball. And of course, it's hard. It's hard work because you're going back and forth and the waves are crashing and it's like running in water. It's pretty intense. Finally, I had to go rent him a board because I'm like, I think I'm out of oxygen. And then he was out there for another couple hours doing some surfing. I'm like, oh my goodness. So, well, that's what I get for trying to keep up with a teenager.
Yeah, right.
But we're going to talk about two things today. We're going to talk about your best tips for the girls out there and guys that want to get their body ready for summer, ready for that bathing suit. So you're going to give your best tips on that. And then we're actually going to share, if somebody wants something that is more laid out and technical, you've got a really cool system going on there at Lyft for the summer, and there is time to sign up for it. So we're gonna share that at the second part.
Awesome.
So let's dive right in. Let's talk about how 5 ways to get bikini body ready, to get a bikini body. I'm all in. Yeah. The first thing you say is lift weights. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, and before I jump into that, I think the ideal bikini body sometimes is too overwhelming to even think about, like, oh, well, in the picture you showed us, like a competition picture. I only look like that for a week. Let's be realistic,
So
but really it's all about just, can I feel a little bit more comfortable in my skin?
Sure.
So whether I'm, 50 pounds overweight and I want to just tone up and I want to be the best, maybe I only lose 10 pounds right now, but that's gonna be better than where I am now. So
sure.
Bikini body is kind of, is what you make it, what you need.
Yeah, absolutely.
And strength training is definitely the number one thing that I would say to focus on, because I think people think weight loss and they think cardio and that kind of thing. But
like me,
unfortunately,
I'm a runner, so that's the first thing I think of. Is not strength training, but just going out for an extra mile on my run.
Yeah, and I think people think, if food was sins, like, how can I erase them?
Yeah,
and they think I'm going to run them off. But you can't compete with what you eat, for one.
Yeah,
and then
point.
2, strength training is really the main thing that you do to tone up and firm up. And, if you're just going to lose weight and rely on dieting, you're going to be a flabbier version of yourself. You might be thinner, but you're not working on the toning thing. So to be truly fit, you want to make sure that you strength train to tone those muscles and shape your body, because honestly, a fit, overweight body looks a lot better than even a thinner, flabby body.
Right. It's funny. We were kind of joking earlier, with the arms, and there was one point very recently where I saw a picture of myself and that little bit of stuff going on under the arm. I went, where did that come from, and when did that happen? So yeah, I think sometimes it's just okay. Let's do that strength training, because you can diet all you want, and it's just maybe not going to sag as much.
And not only that, you're going to be stronger and fitter and healthier. Your bones are going to be stronger. I mean, there's a lot more. It's not just aesthetics. I want to sculpt these beautiful shoulders and abs or whatever. And I think, women especially, they think of strength training as that's like a bodybuilding guy thing.
Sure.
I'm like, no, this is my mom is strength training in her 70s, and she is, experiencing a totally different life, stronger in her 70s than she was, overweight and, in her 50s. It's just a big difference, and strength training is a big part of that, in combination with diet and other things.
I'm curious, Bonnie, as long as I've known you as someone to do strength training. Has that always been in your wheelhouse, or were you that runner before, the cardio girl before, and realized that, strength training is so important? Like, have you always felt that way?
Well, I was 18 years old when I got my first gym job. And I learned how to use the equipment because I had to teach other people when they came in how to use the equipment. Very basic knowledge, like this is you sit down on this and you do this, and nothing, But I also started working out and I immediately started feeling more confident and stronger. And I just really realized how much I needed that. And I was that skinny girl that didn't have any shape. I mean, like I was just straight. No, I had my first modeling job. The guy says, "You have no butt. You need to do some lunges."
Jeez, break it to me gently.
Yeah, I know, right? And I was like, you need to do squats and lunges. So I as a tomboy teenager, lanky, bony person that did not wear. I wore shorts one day in high school because I was embarrassed about my legs being so skinny and long and I don't know, freckly and whatever. And so when I started working out and I started getting shape and I started getting stronger, and it did something for my confidence, self-confidence, and just feeling more capable and just feeling more like a woman than just this gawky kid,
Wow.
So that's how that all started. And then when I started teaching other people to do it and realizing how much confidence it was giving them, and especially women want to be strong. They don't want to be this weak vessel that just is, I'll just sit at home and have babies and sit on the couch and cook. They want to be capable to be able to do some things, and especially our single women that are changing tires and doing all kinds of stuff around the house.
Absolutely.
So it's something that just kind of developed accidentally, really.
Wow, that is amazing. So your first advice on getting bikini body ready would be strength training. You say we can lose 4 to 6 pounds of muscle a year per decade if we do not.
Yeah.
Strength train. That's pretty significant.
Yeah, and it makes a big difference even with just illness and injury. You slip and fall. The older you get, the more susceptible you are to having those things affect you in a horrible way if you're not strong. My mom just fell, matter of fact, in the getting out of the bathtub. And, and then she fell hard, and she goes, luckily I landed on butt muscles. And she goes, I'm super sore. And she goes, but I would hate to have done that when I wasn't strength training. So there's some advantages, obviously to strength training, but it's super important for us not to neglect that, because we are only going to continue losing muscle unless we are proactive and sustaining or building or rebuilding muscle.
That's huge, Bonnie. I love this next one because I'm in the beauty business. Muscle smooths skin and improves the appearance of cellulite.
Yes.
Where's my favorite button, Cindy? Right. Yay! That's right. I mean, if that doesn't catch your attention right there.
Yeah. And when we reveal our little display over here, we can explain that a little bit further too. There you go.
Let's just dive right in.
So
what are we looking at?
So the bumpy yellow thing is 5 pounds of fat. It's obviously not real fat, but it's
by the way, no one in the studio thought it was more like 10 pounds because
5 pounds.
Such a large mass, but it's only 5 pounds.
Yeah, 5 pounds of fat, and then that's 5 pounds of muscle next to it. And to give you like a size, that fat would probably go from my shoulder to shoulder as far as width, if you're trying to picture that.
For sure.
And it's probably at least 2 times the size of 5 pounds of muscle. And it's also bumpy and lumpy. And, and then muscle is smooth and toned. So if you think about a balloon that's blown up with air and how smooth and tight and shiny it is.
Yes.
And then when it starts to lose air, how it gets dimply.
Yes.
That's kind of what is like when we don't fill out our muscle. Our muscle starts to deflate. We're left with this kind of bumpy fat. And so it supports the skin and supports everything so that it can fill that out and and have an appearance of smoother, less cellulite type of skin, differences. So you can people always talk about you can't get rid of cellulite, but you can reduce body fat.
Sure. And
you can improve your muscle tone. And all of a sudden it looks like you don't have any of that bumpy stuff we don't want.
Wow, bumpy, the cottage cheese, as we call it.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Okay, so training with weights. Before we go to the next topic, do you have any advice, like twice a week? Or actually, talk to us about a kind of a routine.
Yeah, simple answer for that is just you want to hit your body parts twice a week. So like if I were to do Monday lower body and Wednesday upper body, I would want to do full body on Friday so I hit those body parts again. The more times you have to work out, if you're working out 5 days a week versus only 3 days a week, you can break those body parts up even more. But doubling up is really great to hit your shoulders twice a week or your glutes and legs twice a week, that kind of thing.
Great. You say using a heart rate monitor is beneficial. Talk to us about that.
Yeah. So I wore mine
you
can see it.
Yes.
I don't know if you can see it, but it's really super cool. This monitor, heart rate monitor, is my zone. This is called the Switch, and it actually has 3 different bands. So it goes around your chest, or it goes around your arm, or your wrist. And what we love is that it really monitors your heart rate and your intensity of your workout. So in our gym, they're all displayed on the big board,
which I think we have a photo of.
Yeah.
I think Cindy's got it right there.
So it's great accountability, but it also tells our teachers of, oh, hey, so-and-so, she needs to take things down a notch, or maybe she needs to ramp things up. So, you can see the different colors, red being the most intense, yellow being and then it goes all the way down to blue and gray. But one of the things, I see a lot, I'm out running and I see somebody walking I know that they're walking for exercise because they have that look like they're purposely walking for exercise,
right.
But they're not exercising. They're increasing their activity and they're getting out, which is great.
Sure.
But they're not at a pace where they're probably getting their heart rate up enough.
Mm-hmm.
So a heart rate monitor really helps people understand what level they should be working out in. And it acts as a free personal trainer. So, you invest one price on a heart rate monitor, and then you've got an instant trainer that will tell you hey, take things up a notch.
Well, we're going to talk about taking it up a notch in just a second, because we did a whole little scan on my body. Okay. Something that's pretty obvious, but we kind of don't want to admit it. You say reduce calories.
Yeah. As soon as people were like, how do you get this body or whatever? And I'm like, real diet's always first and foremost.
Yeah.
I would even led with that, but I didn't want to lose anybody in the first beginning of the show. Seriously, because people are like, you lost me at diet. And people are willing to do more, but they don't want you to take away anything. But the fact is, we in order to lose weight, we have to burn more calories than we take in. So yes, reducing your caloric intake and what I call nutrient timing, which really, honestly, I don't like to use the word diet. I like to say we need to teach people, we teach people how to eat smart. Eat the type of calories they need when they're going to burn them, and be smart about your timing of what calories you eat when. So if you're eating right, you actually can eat a lot.
Sure.
So it's just eating smart, not dieting.
And so that leads us to the final tip for Bikini Body, eating smart. You say increase protein. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so, just like we talked about how we lose protein over the years, most people are not getting the amount of protein they need. The regular USDA standards or whatever, the food pyramid and all that, whatever goes that they suggest, that's really just to keep us from being ill. It's not our best. It's just like, you need to eat this so you don't die and, get sick. Seriously, it's like the bare minimum. So a very easy rule of thumb, this is, ACSM, any kind of fitness certification standard of diet and nutrition. If you're training, you want to have 1 gram per pound of ideal body weight. So if I'm 200 pounds, but I'm dieting to be 140 pounds, I'm going to try to have 1 gram per pound of ideal body weight, which is 140. That means I'm trying to take in 140 grams of protein a day. And that is very, very difficult to do without supplementation. It could be just one good protein shake might get you there.
Yeah.
But it takes being very purposeful, and also investigating the foods that you're eating to make sure that you're eating optimally when you're choosing proteins that are high in protein, not just not high in fat and protein.
Right.
So you're optimizing your calories. But that we have to have those proteins to not only grow and help develop muscle, but also to repair cells and to recover from sickness. I mean, it's not, again, all about just beauty, even though we are beauty on the beach, but we do want to be healthy and fit.
Yes, 100%. So I guess what I'm hearing is my one spoonful of peanut butter a day is not cutting.
Well, and that's not even a protein. It's a fat.
Dang it. Dang it.
I should drop that in there. A protein source is when majority of the calories are coming from protein, and unfortunately, peanut butter is actually classified as a fat.
I am in the deficit.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so since we're talking about me and my whatevers. So you said to me this morning, you're like, I have this great idea. I'm like, what? And you're like, why don't you come to the gym and why don't you do one of our little body scans and we'll find out just what your body's all about. I'm like, yay. And so I did, and it was pretty interesting. I cannot lie. So you have a very interesting machine right there at Fit. Lift, and you had me do this in body. So my chart is there. You did wipe out the age. Thank you. I noticed that. So I appreciate it. But I was like, yay, Bonnie. All right.
I got you, boo.
Yeah. So let's talk about this because it does help you lead to a very specific routine for your members. Yeah. So talk to us about this chart that we're looking at, and how does it help you help them? So
the first thing is and as a runner, this is very common. We'll see somebody that is physically fit. They work really hard. They stay active. They're very purposeful about their fitness. They eat well and all that kind of stuff. They jump on an InBody, and their muscle mass is lower. Their body fat mass is a little higher, but they're at a good weight. And that's very common for runners because they're muscle wasting, really. Because really the truth is we need fat. We run further on fat, than we do on muscle. So for instance, muscles only gives you 4 calories of energy, but fat gives you 9 calories of energy. So your body's like, hey, she's a runner. So we need to store a little bit of fat because we can go further on this. And that's more efficient for her. We have to trick it by going,
dang it.
Yeah, I know, right? And I'm a runner too, but I run and I lift weights. So we trick our body. We tell our body what we want it to do by weight training and saying, nope, I need this muscle. Next day I'm running. Oh, I'm running. Okay. It's like your body is like, we can program our body to keep the muscle. So for one, it tells us where this person's starting off. On your InBody, it actually tells us that, and I can't recall exactly, but it says it wants you to gain 3 pounds of muscle.
Yes.
And it wants you to lose a little bit of fat. And it really, your weight is actually fine for you. You're at a healthy weight. And the InBody will never tell you, it'll never give you goals to look like a fitness model. It gives you healthy goals of this is a healthy weight for your age, for your body composition. And so it's just saying it wants to tweak things. It wants you just to rearrange your weight. And so it gives us realistic goals that people can't argue with. Because a lot of times when somebody's really overweight, it'll say you need to lose 60 pounds. And they're like, oh, and they came in thinking they only needed to lose 25.
Sure.
And they just didn't realize. So it gives us good black and white, you can't argue with information. And it's really accurate. It's like it's the most accurate machine. And so, and then it also tracks everything in the graph at the bottom of your InBody. You'll start, the more you do it, you'll start to see the trends of where you're going. And we can also see if you have not eating the protein that you need to eat, it might show that you're losing muscle mass instead of gaining it. So it catches dietary mistakes as well before it's been 6 months or a year.
Sure.
We do weekly InBodies during programs, and we can change things up and help people.
All right, you guys, we will share how you can do that too over there with Bonnie at Lift. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
If you operate a small business, you need services like payroll, tax compliance, HR tools, and other resources. You need complete employee solutions. Vero Beach has a team of professionals, including Anthony Sammons, Matt McCain, and Jennifer Comer, who saw the need for competent payroll, HR, and employee leasing services. Call Complete Employee Solutions at 772-978-7277 or visit their website at CompleteEmployeeSolutions.com.
Hey, you! Host your very own show every week at Evergreen Media Network in Vero Beach. Go live to YouTube and Facebook with up to 4 people and your very own producer. Be heard on more than 15 podcast platforms and local radio. All you have to do is show up and talk. Your guests can join from anywhere in the world. It's easy to get started with the largest podcast studio on the Treasure Coast. Contact Evergreen Media to tour the studio.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats, and chairs in all the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of Berlin Gardens, Hollywood, and Kingsley Bait. We specialize in fire bits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Right now, we're having a super summer sale with lots of great markdowns and discounts on everything you need for your Florida home, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories are half price. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine.
We're going to...
Furniture.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. Hopefully we're getting you all excited about your new summer body with Bonnie Pfiester. You guys, we want to thank Dale Sorensen Real Estate for making sure that we're on air and that we get to share with you people like Bonnie who are beautifying Vero Beach. So Dale Sorensen Real Estate, thank you so much. You can find them at 772-231-4712. You can also find them at sorensenrealestate.com. Whether you're buying or selling, give them a call. We also want to thank Varietals. They always make sure we have a lovely beverage for our guest. I told them we're talking about getting our bodies ready for summer. And the wine they picked for you, Bonnie, is called Quest. Okay, it is a cab from California. And because we are on a quest for a better body, whatever that means to the listeners, right? So if you mention Beauty and the Beach at Varietals, you will get 10% off of your bottles. So go get yourself a bottle of Quest and celebrate your new summer body that Bonnie and Steve are going to give you right there at Lift here in Vero. Bonnie, we're going to wrap it up. You've got something, you've got a 60-day program that you're getting ready to kick off mid-July. Talk to us about what that is and what it entails.
Yeah, we have a 60-day training camp, and it's going to have group training. It's going to have meal plan, weekly in bodies like the one you did, workshops. We might do a group run together, but it's really going to be geared to teaching people how to work out properly,
right?
Get proper form, how to choose the proper weight for their goals. They'll meet with the trainer personally, privately, one-on-one, as well as doing group classes and stuff like that. But the summertime is a great time where classes are a little smaller in size, so we can do even more, a little bit more intimate. But also it's a time where people can just concentrate on just 2 months worth of programming and not having to commit to a whole year membership.
Sure.
But they might just want to kick in the pants. Maybe they're already active, but they want to take things up a notch, or maybe they're brand new and they've never done something, or they're coming back.
So it's a little more handheld.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It really is. It's an education. I always think of it like, just treat it like a school. You're going to school for 60 days. You're going to get great results, but you're going to learn stuff that'll last a lifetime.
Bonnie, I feel like that is definitely a great quality that you and Steve have at Lyft, is I feel like you're always wanting to educate. It's not just about, lifting the weight or having a fun class at your spin, but to actually educate people so that they have a lifetime of healthiness and a lifetime of happiness.
Absolutely. Anybody can lose weight for a few weeks. The girl that you just put up there, Megan, she she did one of our challenges, and she's done several challenges, and she just keeps on setting new goals and setting new goals. And she would have never dreamed she would look like she does now. When she first started. It's so fun. It's a rewarding business we're in.
I love it. Well, Bonnie, you are the epitome of bikini body. We are so glad that you're here to help our listeners get ready for summer. If they want to find you, what's your social media or your website or phone?
Liftvero.com is our website, and they'll point you to all directions. And if you want to follow me, it's Bonnie Pfiester. At Bonnie Pfiester is my follow.
All right, guys, we'll see you at the beach. Have a great day.